Trump to sign America First executive order on COVID-19. And maybe out of that story, I'd much rather talk about Trump confirms he'll run for president in 2024. And he's talking about a big launch. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not. He wants to go out with a bang. He wants to go tell the world on the same day when, what do you call it? A Biden's going to, yeah. So Trump is reportedly planning a made-for-TV exit on Air Force One from the White House to a rally on Inauguration Day, hoping to pull viewers from Biden. President Trump is planning a made-for-TV exit. Sources told the outlet that Trump is planning to fly to Florida on Air Force One to stage a rally at the same time Biden sworn in at a socially distanced inauguration in D.C. that would break with Inauguration Day traditions designed to showcase the stability of U.S. democracy. Biden said last week that he personally didn't care if Trump attended his inauguration, but Trump should go to demonstrate a peaceful transfer of power. And Trump has plans for the next 4 years to bash Biden on a daily basis and make his life a living hell for the next 4 years to show what they did to him. Trump wants to return the favor back to Biden, and then afterwards he wants to run 2024. And he's planning on running and campaigning for office the next 4 years. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Let me get this straight. Hold on.
Yeah.
Trump lost the election? He's leaving? I don't understand yet.
It's an if.
Hold on, Tom. What's going on here? He's already planning on going to Mar-a-Lago, and he's already planning on doing this Air Force One thing. I think he needs to make sure that he actually doesn't lose this election first. I don't like the fact that he seems like he's conceding. I don't like that at all.
Disappoints you a lot. I know you're heartbroken,
disappointing
buddy.
me. I think he needs to keep
Try to
fighting.
hold it together, Adam. You're showing your true colors too easily here.
I think he needs to keep fighting. I think he's got this thing. I know you're at 33%.
41%.
Yeah, it was 41 last year.
Tom's at 41%. You know, if he somehow loses, I don't know how he would lose, but if Trump somehow loses, this is the Trumpiest move ever. In the middle of an inauguration, making it all about Trump. Forget about America. Forget about an inauguration. Forget about a peaceful transfer of power. Let's make it all about Trump. Let's make it all about everything Trump. Forget about America. Let's just.
Well,
make
what's your
the whole
point,
thing.
though? What's your point?
This is just, it's obvious. Like, all being in all seriousness, if you lose, you lost, bro. Like, this is like, just if Georgia does a recount, you know, he's making fun of Brian Kemp now. If Arizona does a recount, he loses. Pennsylvania does a recount. At some point, you know, Rudy Giuliani, I know he's doing a great job right now. If he has no evidence and he has nothing, no merit, and he loses every single case, and you actually lose, they count every legal vote, and you actually lose, at what point are you just a sore loser? At what point? At what point do you say, look, as an American,
I have some thoughts on that.
I believe in American democracy, for the good of the country,
betterment of the country,
for the betterment of the country. Good luck with frickin' Sleepy Joe. I lost, but I'll be back in 4 years. This is not about me. This is about America. But you know, I'll see you in 4 years. This is not about me. But if Trump, of course, Trump does not have that in his body. Everything's about Trump. So even on Inauguration Day, he's going to make it about himself.
I think he's going to rent the Goodyear blimp, fly over the inauguration, and moon everybody. I think that would be one of the things he'd do.
That's not a grown-up move, Tom.
You know, here's the thing.
Like
when you think of Donald Trump, and I wrote this yesterday in VT Post, he named a 747 after himself, casinos after himself, a gold-plated hotel after himself, a university after himself. If you don't think he's going to do something unorthodox on Inauguration Day, you don't know Donald Trump. He definitely is. Here's the key phrase. Joe Biden says, break with tradition. Screw tradition. They broke with tradition by harassing him for 4 years, and whatever had taken place in this last election with voter fraud, quote unquote, that's breaking with tradition, where we don't count every vote. Okay, that's the biggest break with tradition. The other thing, too, is can you imagine how happy CNN and MSNBC and the New York Times and everybody else would be if Donald Trump did decide to run for the 24 election and declare it right away? They'd actually have something they could cover. They'd be relevant again for the next 4 years. And finally, I think Trump's into doing things that have never been done before. And I think him coming back in 2024 to say, I told you so, it would be the easiest mess for him to fix and to clean up. And I think he kind of is attracted to the scenario of let Biden bury the country and himself, and he'll come in and save the day in 2024.
Okay, let's process this. Let's process this on his decision to not want to show up, okay? Not want to show up and do his own thing. Number one, breaking tradition. You're right. The tradition was the sitting president doesn't get criticized by the former president that he replaced, okay? Well, Obama broke that tradition because for 4 years, all Obama did is trash Trump. Every single day, he had an opportunity to talk bad about Trump. He did it regularly. Not something Bush did to him, but something he did to Trump. And a lot of Democrats said
Trump was doing the same thing to Obama. He was.
But he wasn't a former
Obama
president.
was doing that to Bush all the time. Every time something came up, Obama would say, "Well, I
Those
inherited
two
it."
have a very good relationship.
But wait a minute. But because of Bush, not because of Obama. Because of Bush, not because of Obama. They have a great relation because of Bush.
You're saying it's Bush only, not Obama.
Of course it is, because Bush not once said anything negative about Obama. But Obama said so many bad things about Trump. Bush never said anything.
The ironic part is Trump likes to say that he inherited a mess from Obama. Obama legitimately inherited a mess from Bush.
Did I say that?
No, I'm saying that's what Trump said.
Yeah, but I didn't say that.
He would constantly say he inherited a mess.
You're going to let me finish? I let you finish,
yes, sir,
buddy.
go ahead.
I let you finish.
Go ahead,
Okay,
go
so my point to you is Obama broke the tradition of trashing the current president. He couldn't help himself. And Obama kept doing that over and over again. And when Trump tweeted and said, Obama has to be the worst president of all time, and on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, he was reading the tweets, mean tweets, and Obama said, at least I'll go into history books as a president, and drops the mic. And then at a dinner, Obama makes fun of Trump for 20 minutes while Trump was at the dinner and sitting right in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
This is, the Obama caused a lot of this.
Before Trump was even running. Yes.
Obama caused a lot of this to himself. Okay, so he didn't do the classy thing himself. So let's take tradition out. That part's canceling both sides out. That's gone. Forget about tradition. That part's gone. Here's the next one. Why doesn't he want to be there? Is it a business deal? Meaning, does he want to go do a splash media company? Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to compete with CNN, Fox, all this other stuff. I don't know. I mean, let's just say he does that. Is he going to build a $100 billion company over the next 5 years? I don't think so. Is he interested on taking his net worth from $3 billion to $20 billion? What the hell is the difference? What is the difference between being worth $3 billion and $20 billion?
And no one would believe it anyway.
No, but the difference, what is the difference between being worth $3 billion and $20 billion? Nothing. You still get to go do the same thing.
$17 billion.
No, but what is the difference? You still get to buy the $200 million home. You still get to go to all the nice restaurants. You still afford a 747 private a plane for yourself. You still, it's the same thing.
You're saying life's going to be good either way.
Life's going to be better at 3 or so. Is he trying to get that additional $17 billion? What the hell is that going to do to his legacy? I don't think that's what he's going to do. So then it leaves me to what? Is it a Trump thing that he doesn't like losing publicly and he's trying to save face?
Sure.
I for sure see that because I don't think he likes losing at all. So he's going to try to save face. But he's lost many times in his career. He's lost a football league that he had, and he bought Herschel Walker, and he lost that. He had Atlantic City, what he did over there. He lost that.
Airline?
Casinos, airlines, steaks.
But nothing like this.
Trump University.
This is like you lost, not your company, not your real estate. This is
but
you
he's lost. He's
bro.
lost many, many times. He's also lost many, many times. So you don't become who he is without having lost many times. And he's sitting there saying, this guy's $1 billion in debt. He's lost many, many times. Okay. Or, here's the last one. Or he really believes America's exceptionalism and the American dream could potentially be lost, and he really sees these other guys as enemies that could empower China a lot because he learned a lot in the last 4 years of what China's dealings are and what other countries are really doing. And he's such a firm believer now that his number one enemy is to go up and make sure America stays at the top and stays as that country. I said, maybe. These are the things. I didn't tell you what I know, what's what. I said, these are possibilities of what's really going on. If it's the one that's about me, I know I got 4 minutes. I'm good with that. If it's about me, well, then he's going to lose. Legacy's not going to be good to him if it's about me alone, if that's at the top. If it's about we, and it's about his true beliefs that he has, that he wants to go out there and fight for that part of America, well, then legacy is going to benefit him if he makes it and he wins 2024 and he goes back and we see how much advancement China makes over the next 4 years. Because here's the reality of it. If during a Biden administration, China becomes number one, that's on China, that's on Biden's legacy as well. If during Biden's administration, China becomes number one, it's going to be the easiest thing for Trump to come in, saying during his reign, China took over and became number one. Then Trump's going to come in to say he's the only one that can go up against China. Again, I'm setting this up. I don't know if this is the case or not. All I'm saying is if that's the reason why he's doing what he's doing, more power to him. If it's for me, It's not going to be. And by the way, there's some jokes online talking about, I think you brought it up, saying, imagine if Trump and Trump run. Trump Sr. runs as president, Trump Jr. runs as VP. That's like nepotism at the highest level if that was to ever take place. But no one knows what's going to happen the next week. I think that was your prediction.
That is my prediction. I believe it will happen because he wants to keep it going forward. He wants to save the Republican Party for the long term. And he can blame Pence a little bit, too. He can say, hey, that didn't work.
Oh, I actually think Pence, he needs a Pence. I think he definitely needs a Pence.
That's where I was going with
don't think two Trumps would work.
It's like double. What do you need double Trump for? You need something of evangelical Christian.
By the way, look at DeMartino Booth. When we had DeMartino Booth here, what'd she say? She said, she respects Pence a lot. She doesn't respect Trump. So a Pence is, if you have a Trump, what am I voting for?
Right.
You need a different VP.
But we are talking about Donald Trump
like
here.
It's the reason Biden picked the Kamala Harris.
Right now, Trump Jr. is about to become the president of not NPR. What's NRA?
NRA.
He's about to be the president of NRA. That's what he's working on because their family supports a lot of these beliefs. So
I got to give one pushback on one thing.
Yeah.
And touche, you're right about Obama. He tried him, and at least Obama had Trump to the White House. Look, man. Let's be grown-ups. I don't like you. You don't like me. Cool. You've trashed me.
You mean during the transition?
But
at least he had him over to the White House.
Bro, there's a big but. Adam, please. There's a big but. Oh, stop it. How much hard time did the media give Obama for 8 years? Zero. Every article was, is Obama the greatest president of all time? Could Obama be the greatest president of all time? Voters are saying 62% believe that Obama is the greatest president of all time. How much of that have you seen? For what? He got a Nobel Prize 3 months after being a president. What did he do? So media.
But what does that have to do with Trump showing up to
everything? Because for 4 years, all the media did is trash this guy nonstop. It's nonstop embarrassing and humiliating him for 4 straight years. Russia was a hoax. The dossier was a hoax by Hillary Clinton. No one covered it because it's not necessary to cover. You know how pissed off anybody would be if they manipulated and played games like that with you for 4 years? I don't care who you are. You could be the biggest saint in the world. That's going to bother you. So tradition-wise, it is what it is. But everybody broke a little bit of tradition here the last 4 years. Ain't nobody a saint.
So
not on the left,
cool with
not on the right. No, I think he needs to show up. I think he needs to show up. But I understand why he's doing it. Mm-hmm. I think he needs to show up. But I understand why he's doing it.
If you were in his ear, you'd be like, look.
First of all, if Trump, my approach will be a different approach, but I'm not Trump. I can't speak on behalf of human being, how the guy's wired. The guy's been like that for 74 years. Yeah. When people say, what advice would you give to Trump? Nothing. Hey. The guy got to where he got at 74 years old on his way of thinking. You are not going to be able to tell the guy what to do.
And by the way, he can't win either way. They'd hammer him if he went.
Yeah.